In a quiet village surrounded by rolling hills and ancient trees lived a young boy named Samuel. The village was peaceful, known for its flowing streams, fertile land, and deep respect for tradition. Samuel lived with his parents in a small mud brick house that, though simple, was filled with love, laughter, and warmth. Samuel was different from other boys in the village. While most kept their hair short, his hair grew long and full, flowing down his back. It was deep black, naturally mixed with shining silver strands. This was not the silver of age, but something rare and mysterious. When sunlight touched it, the hair glowed softly, as though it carried life within it. Villagers often stopped to stare as Samuel passed by. Some admired him openly, while others whispered with envy. Seeing the attention, Samuel's mother, Mrs. Grace Williams, often sat him by the fire in the evenings, gently tying his hair while speaking softly. "Samuel," she would say, "never allow pride to enter your heart. Beauty will fade, but good character will always remain." Samuel listened carefully. He grew into a gentle, respectful boy who greeted elders properly, helped neighbors willingly, and never looked down on anyone. Then tragedy struck without warning. One evening, Samuel's father, Mr. Peter Williams, returned from the farm burning with fever. No herbs or prayers could save him. By morning, he was gone. The shock was too much for his wife. The next day, Mrs. Grace clutched her chest and collapsed, joining her husband in death. Within 2 days, Samuel became an orphan. The village that once smiled at him began to change. Whispers followed him. Some blamed his unusual hair. Others said misfortune followed him. Fear replaced compassion. Samuel's uncle, Mr. Andrew Williams, saw an opportunity. Greedy and heartless, he drove Samuel off his late father's farmland. "You have no right here," Andrew shouted. "This land belongs to strong men, not useless children." With nowhere else to go, Samuel gathered his few belongings and walked to a neighboring village to stay with his aunt, Mrs. Florence Brown. Mrs. Brown was known throughout the village for her harsh tongue and cold heart. Her only son, Victor, was spoiled and lazy. He never worked, never fetched water, and never lifted a finger in the house. When Samuel arrived, dusty and exhausted, Mrs. Brown smiled, but it was not a smile of kindness. "You can stay here," she said. From that day, Samuel became a servant. Before sunrise each day, Samuel fetched water, swept the compound, washed plates, cooked meals, and hawked goods under the hot sun. He ate leftovers while Victor relaxed and mocked him openly. Yet wherever Samuel went, people noticed his hair. The silver strands shimmered in the sun, drawing attention from everyone. Compliments turned into whispers. Admiration turned into jealousy. Victor's envy grew into hatred. One afternoon, money went missing from Mrs. Brown's locked box. Without asking questions, she accused Samuel. She beat him severely with a cane. As the blows landed, something strange happened. Samuel's hair began to glow. The silver strands shone brightly, filling the room with light. Terrified, Mrs. Brown dropped the cane and stepped back. That night, she visited a feared herbalist known as Old Benjamin. After casting his charms, he spoke carefully. "That boy carries a sacred gift," he warned. "His hair is connected to the destiny of this land." Instead of fear, jealousy consumed her. Later, when villagers falsely accused Samuel of wrongdoing, Mrs. Brown seized the chance. She held him down and cut off his hair, leaving his head bare. Samuel cried until his strength was gone. Soon after, disaster struck the village. Rivers dried up. Crops withered. Hunger spread. Children fell ill. No prayers or sacrifices brought relief. Broken and weak, Samuel went to his parents' graves and cried for days. On the third night, a glowing spirit appeared, shaped like a woman made of mist and light. She touched Samuel's head. Instantly, his hair grew back, longer, fuller, and brighter than before. "You are the chosen one," the spirit said. "Cut one strand into the dry river. Bury 100 strands at the village crossroads. The land will be restored." Samuel obeyed. The next morning, rain poured heavily. Rivers flowed again. Crops turned green. The sick recovered. The king summoned Samuel and declared him protector of the land, second only to the throne. Mrs. Brown and Victor stood at the back of the crowd, dressed in rags, their cruelty exposed. Samuel chose forgiveness over revenge. And so, the boy once beaten and rejected became the savior of his people, proving that kindness, humility, and a pure heart will always defeat cruelty and envy.